We've been working with the community for a few years on building building blocks, electronic building blocks, which consist of a processor board, a main board, and modules. These modules connect to a main board using standard cables. And main boards have multiple sockets to connect to these modules. We have main boards that are a bit more powerful. They're advanced, they have a lot of options, but community have been asking for something simpler, something that is lower cost, simpler, and when looking around, we found Arduino to be the best option out there for this new processor board. So what we did was take the same processor, the same microcontroller that is found on the Arduino Uno, place it on a mainboard, call this mainboard Fez Medusa. Fez Medusa comes in 3 flavors: Mini, S12, and the Shield. Mini is our lowest cost entry-level mainboard. You have few sockets, and you can control a light sensor, connect a joystick, control a relay, anything you would normally do with an Arduino today, but it's easier on the hardware side. The S12 has 12 sockets, so it gives you more options if you need to connect more sockets. And it can connect to all these modules. So you really do not need to know any hardware anymore. You can easily plug and play any of these modules and use them. The Shield is basically a shield that plugs on an Uno or any compatible Arduino board. Now, how is this different from using shields? The problem with shields is when you stack them up, you really get a bulky product at the end that is very difficult to package in an enclosure. And also, when you stack them up, you may have pin conflicts between the shields. So the way, when we have individual sockets, you can think of every socket as a shield. There's no pin conflict, and the modules all connect to the processor through cables. So you can place the button in the front if you want, the LED on top, the display on the back. You can move the modules any way you like.
This is 2 demos we've put together. We've got a Pong demo that uses the Fez Medusa Mini, and over here we have a fancy clock radio. This contains a Fez Medusa S12. This one, except for the plastic, is the same reward as the Get Me Started kit, just to show you what you get in it. Take off the top, show you some of the modules here. LCD display, joystick. You open it up and you can see we've got a Fez Medusa Mini in here, which has 4 sockets. Power supply here. It's got a Pong demo on it. Right now it's silent, just to show you how easy it is to hook up a new piece of hardware. Wanted to add sound to it, take the sound module, plug it in, and you've got sound. What happens when you run out of sockets? We've only got 4 on the Fez Medusa Mini, which is fine for some of these smaller hobby things. But if you need more, that's when you move up to the S12 that has 12 sockets in it. As you can see, we've got some button modules. Some of the other modules in here is a temperature sensor on the side. We've got the power supply, character display, a radio module in here for FM. We have the same speaker module, a little piezo speaker, as we had over here. Modules for the little board work with the bigger boards. Doesn't matter which board you have, the modules are the same.
I've always been interested in home automation. Unfortunately, I've never had the hardware background to design my own system, which is what every nerd and geek wants to do. Through Medusa, it allows me to control all sorts of hardware through software, which is what I'm comfortable doing. I'm having come from a web design background. And what Medusa has done is allowed me to create a miniature prototype that will be integrated into a home in the future. It allows me to control certain aspects, such as simulated water flow, temperature, humidity, fans, ceiling fans in the house, porch lights, security, those kinds of things. For example, let's say right now I'm sitting on the couch. Now I want to turn the fan on, but I don't want to get up. Simple enough, I pull out my phone, I turn the fan on.
As a stretch goal for this campaign, we'll be introducing the Fez Links. The Fez Links is meant to be a bridge between any device with a USB host, such as an Android tablet, a Mac, a Windows PC, or even a Raspberry Pi and BeagleBone, to a set of standardized sockets. Using these standardized sockets, you are able to reuse your modules throughout different projects as well as different platforms that use the same standardized sockets. This makes it really convenient and cheaper on hardware. All of the software for this platform was written in C++ and is licensed through Apache 2 licensing. All of the hardware has been designed in EagleCAD, as well as all of the software will be provided through a Git repository once the project has been funded. This is a little bit more of an in-depth look into the system interchangeability of the Fez Links. Now currently, we have a script running on the Raspberry Pi that is communicating to the Fez Links via a USB cable. The script is currently waiting on a user input in the form of a button to enable a relay to send power to the LED strip in which we will send a command to change the color of. Now since this is run off of USB, I can disconnect it from the Raspberry Pi, I can connect it to any device with a USB host such as a Windows PC, and I can use it in that environment. I can also take the same modules that I've used in this project and bring it directly over to the Fez Medusa, and with very little code changes, I have a portable version of the same project.
And now you can use all these modules and many more on your Arduino. Please help us finish this open source project. Thank you very much.